Your calling will motivate you more than money. If there is one antidote to discovering yourself, is this particular one. Your calling will motivate you more than money. So I want to ask you a question. What motivates you more than money? What motivates you more than money right now? What is it that you love to do so much more than money?
Evangelism.
What did you say? Stella, what are you saying? Stella.
Evangelism.
You want to be a preacher. You want to be a preacher.
Sir.
You might be a gifted evangelist. Do you know when we talk in church, we look at the fivefold ministry and we think those are the people that are called. Those are the people that are called in the four walls of the church. There are people called outside the four walls of the church. So in the four walls of the church, we have the pastor, we have the apostle, we have the prophet, we have the evangelist, we have the pastor, we have the teacher. 5 ministry within the church, But there are myriad outside the church. Who are also called with a sacred calling by God to achieve a purpose for him on the earth. So someone said it's called, you like talking to people about Christ. That's an evangelist. Please don't joke with it. Even though you are doing other courses, maybe that will help you to fund your. Now, do you know the beauty of what you do? The beauty of that is that you don't, today, let me tell you another big challenge in Nigeria today, and in Africa, not just Nigeria. There are many people that started church that are not supposed to start church. Church should only be started by pastor. If you are a teacher or an evangelist or a prophet, you shouldn't, because you won't be able to care for the congregation. Why? You don't have the heart of a pastor. You are not gifted to be a pastor. I've had many pastors in my life, and I can see among them the one called to be a pastor. I notice that this particular person, because of the way he's so concerned about the people. Some, they are not concerned. And people will say, he's not even concerned. He doesn't even know what is happening. What kind of pastor is this? He's not called to be a pastor. Don't trouble the guy. He's just, there is an opening that opens. The few can fill this post. Bro, please come and help us. Just fill that post. That's the way they become a district, a zona, or what they call it now, parish pastor or branch pastor or district pastor. That's the way many people imagine. The person is committed, he's doing very well. They say, he will be a good. He's not called. So when they become in, they discover that, how come it's not? And people will be complaining. But it's not the person's fault. It's like square peg in a round hole. He will not perform. But put that person in another thing. See how he will perform. In fact, it might be because he's been performing maybe in an area in the church that made them to even think he will be a good pastor. They now move him away from the zone where he can do well and put him to where he will not. Then they say, you have changed, Joe. But you were doing well. How come you can't? All right, let's start. I will ask you when we finish. Let me finish before I ask you that question. What is it that motivates you more than money? Remember, we are still discussing the series titled A Comprehensive Discussion on Self-Discovery. Comprehensive discussion on self-discovery. To live the best kind of life in the new year, try as much as possible to be happy. To be happy. No matter what happened in this year. In order to be happy, be guided by happy, H-A-P-P-Y. I like this acronym that someone used for happy. Heart, what does your heart yearn for? Ability, A, ability. What are your natural gifting or natural thing you love to do and you do so well? Passion, what do you do that you don't notice time? Personality, Are you an introvert or extrovert? Yesterday, what happened in your yesterday that you like? Remind yourself of it. Whatever motivates you more than money is your area of calling, is your purpose. Whatever motivates you more than money is your area of calling, is your purpose. Whatever, Chidi, have you copied all of them? The numbers. Yeah. There are new ones. Whatever motivates you more than money is your calling and is your purpose. What is it that motivates you more than money? What is it? That if they call you to do it, you see what I'm doing now? I can talk to you tomorrow. I do this for a living. People pay me for it. But I'm also glad to do it for free. I love to do it. I just enjoy myself. Even when I'm tired, I'll still find time to speak. You know why? It's like food. I enjoy it. I feel satisfied doing it. So, even though people will pay me for it, even if they will not pay, I don't mind doing it because I enjoy it. So imagine what you love to do that you will do without money and they are not paying you for it. What a way to work. What a way to work. To be doing what you love to do, to be doing what you love to do, that you will do without money and they're not paying you. Oh my God, you just enjoy yourself. You just enjoy yourself, I'm telling you. When you love what you do, because it motivates you. Be asking yourself right now, what is it that motivates you more than money? What is it that people could have paid you for, but you would rather even do it without being paid? Because you are looking for opportunity to do it. If I'm invited to speak anywhere, unless I have other engagements that are equally important, I will shelve everything to go and speak, particularly on trade issues or to young people or on issue of life and career. I will shelve everything to go and speak about it, even if you're not going to pay a dime. Why? Because I'm happy to see them live a more meaningful life. You know, some student told me recently, they are part of this group, but they're not here yet. They said, one of them said they want to study psychology. Another one said they want to study philosophy. To the uninformed, it's like, how can you go to school and study psychology? How can you go to school and study philosophy? For me, thumbs up. Because they've discovered what they love to do and they are studying courses in that area. What they now need to find out is, based on what they love to do, they are studying courses around humanity. Which area do I want to solve the problem of society and also earn a living doing that? So this person now is going to be a counselor and is going to counsel. One of them is psychology. I think psychology and sociology. Sociology, I do psychology and sociology. So he's going to be a counselor and you don't know how many problems we have in this society. There are people on the road. They are driving, they are in jeep, but something is wrong upstairs. They need counselor. I'm telling you. When you see the way they behave at work, at home, or among their peers, you know that something is wrong with this person. He needs counseling. And if he knows he needs counseling, he will going to pay and pay heavily for it. If he knows he needs counseling. So this kind of person need to package themselves to be able to deliver that service. Even though it is very wrong motivation, money is a very wrong motivation. It is supposed to be the primary motivation for many people in our world. And that's the reality of our world, the primary motivation. Your motivation in life should be coming out of your natural passion and inclination and satisfaction that come out of your being, not because of money. Not because of money. Money is supposed to be a compensation for the delivery of your service or selling a product that you created to solve problems for the world. So your primary motivation is the service and product, not the money. Only that because you are delivering such a value, the society pays you for it. Because you are delivering such a value, the society pays. So that's why someone say, what if my calling is not going to give me money? It's because you have not learned how to make money. I can assure you, if that thing is solving problem for humanity, you will make money. I will always use that lady's example. He's solving problem for children. The children cannot pay him. Who is paying him? Corporate organization that appreciate what he's doing is paying him. Paying her rather. Corporate organization. So forget about this thing that how will I survive? Think less of survival. Please, I beg you. Think less of. I don't know how to put this into people. Think less of survival. Think less of survival. The Bible says that seek ye first the kingdom, and all these things shall be added. What to eat and what to drink. If we understand the concept of kingdom, the kingdom of God is not a meat and drink, but righteousness, peace, and joy in the Holy Ghost. And I discover the things I'm doing that grow peace, or increase joy, or increase righteousness, I will be paid for creating value in the society. I will be paid. I will be paid. I will be paid. Money is supposed to be a compensation for delivery of your service. You should rather render the service because your heart desire to be human. Your heart desire is to be human. To be human is to give. To be human is to love. And to be human is to serve. To be human is to give. To be human is to love. And to be human is to serve. So if your desire on earth is to be human, that means that's why your calling cannot be about yourself. Your calling must always be people-oriented. Your calling will always be problem-solving. It will be problem-solving. It will be people-oriented. If it's not problem-solving, if it's not people-oriented, your calling cannot be for you to go to a peak of your career and make money for you and yourself and your family. That's a very meaningless life, useless life, worthless life, a life that have no value. Because we are just living a selfish life. But that's not the way we are designed to live. We're not designed to live a selfish life. We are designed to live a life that is impactful and be a blessing to our generation. We are designed to live a life that is impactful and be a blessing to our generation. So the motivation should be the crave for realizing your dream, to be a blessing to humanity in the area of your calling. The motivation should be crave for realizing your dream, desire to realize your dream, and be a blessing to humanity in your area of calling. Once you start to be driven by money, your purpose will be polluted, your intention will be perverted. Once you start to be driven by money, your purpose will be polluted, your intention will be perverted. If the motivation is money, the purpose will be polluted, and the intention will be perverted. If the motivation is money, the purpose will be polluted, the intention will be perverted. Why? You will now only do what you believe you are born to do only if they pay you. Only if they pay you. Only if they pay you. When you begin to do that, because then you reduce how many people you can reach. You reduce how many people you can reach. That means people that cannot afford it will not be able to. People say, Dylan, your training program is expensive. I have over 100 videos on YouTube that you can go and learn from. And it's deliberate. In trade, that you can go and learn from, free of charge. The only thing it will cost you is data. I deliberately put it there. So that if you don't have money and you are really sincere, you want to learn this thing, I will tell you what to do. So that you will not be alienated from being able to achieve your dreams. You believe this is what you want to do with your life because you don't have money. Because you don't have money. There's opportunity everywhere to be able to do whatever it is you want to do. The real challenge is people are only motivated by money. Anything you do in life, business, social enterprise, NGO, anything you do in life, if your motivation is cash, if you don't find another thing that makes you satisfied sincerely, that motivation is just a matter of time. that thing cannot be successful, because that means when the money is not coming, you won't do it. And you won't be able to reach as many people you should reach. The motivation should be crave for realizing your dream. Once you start to be driven by money, you pervert the purpose. Money should therefore remain only at the level of compensation, not even reward, because the ultimate reward should be the satisfaction that you derive from doing what you do. Only compensation. What makes you to do what you do, what you are doing right now? Is it the desire for money, or the desire to serve, or the desire to survive, or the desire to take care of your family? Why are you working? If while you are working is to survive, is to take care of your family, no problem. Then you know you are not in your area of calling. Then begin to look for your area of calling and see how you can move to that area as soon as possible. If your area of calling is something you can do while you are not fully there, or you can do on a weekend, let the money be the one to fund it. Whatever it is you want to do, find a way to connect your job to it. But that job must have a lifespan. You shouldn't work for the rest of your life just earning cash. You should spend the rest of your life contributing to humanity. So that's why we must all be financially literate. We did a series on finance early in the year. We spent, I think we had up to 25 or 30 episodes on finance that we did early in the year. So if you have issue with finance, we have about over 60 hours of audio on YouTube. Sorry, on SoundCloud that you can listen to. So you can take care of your finance. Why? So that you won't say, because of the survivor. Take care of your finance so you can focus on your calling. Take care of your finance. Invest in what can bring you money regularly. Do things that will make you to become financially independent as soon as possible, so you can focus on your area of calling. If the primary motivation is not to serve, then you already missed the way in life. Anything you do in life, if the primary motivation is not to serve, you have missed the road. You have missed the road. You have missed the road. Whatever motivates you more than money is your calling and the purpose and your assignment in life. So if what I discussed earlier, you didn't get it, maybe you will get it now. Whatever you do, you love to do, you enjoy to do, you do so well, but you will rather do it even if you are not paid. Check it very well. Check it very well. Check it very well. Check it very well. Please, no matter how mundane it is, don't trivialize it. No matter how mundane it is, don't trivialize it. Are you doing what you are doing right now in order to be able to put food on the table? Because you desire, or because you desire to serve? If your primary motivation is to serve, then you are in the right place. If your primary motivation is not to serve, then you are in the wrong place. Whatever motivates you more than money is your calling. It's your purpose, your assignment. Real satisfaction comes in life when you are doing things that satisfy your deepest hunger of your soul. One of my deepest hunger is to see people live the best life. And I'm targeting younger people because they are still, it's easier to change. The older, there is barrage of family, bills, what to eat, what to drink, rent. So it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. But to making the U-turn is still necessary. Only that they have to now plan it. Hey. You are married, you have kids, not one, not two, not three, not four. You have to pay rent, you have to pay school fees. You will think this kind of conversation is stupid and useless. You know why? Because you will ask, how will I survive? So that's why I don't bother about you. I'm interested in people that are not married. They are working, or they are not working, or they have not, even they are married, maybe have kids, but not too, the weight is not too much yet. Because when the weight be too much, you don't go hear me. You don't go hear me. You know why? It will be like, do you know what you're saying at all? Do you know what I have? I have to pay rent. What are you talking about? How do I pay my rent? For those of you that knows me, you will agree with me that doing this program daily motivates me more than money. Even when nobody is joining, I will do it because of what I see. Recording it is more important than joining. When people join, great. If they don't join, because I have a plan. I have a plan. I have a plan. So the plan motivates me to do it. Damn people joining. For people joining, I love it. I want it. That's the desire. But I also understand people are busy, data, so many issues. So I can understand. But you know what? I will still do it to record it for posterity. And because of other plan in the future. Whatever motivates you more than money is the area of calling. If you are following after your heart and your passion, you will derive more satisfaction from the things that you do and the things that pay you. Even though I'm being paid to train bankers and companies that are into importing and exporting, I'm being paid to train them. Do you know that I am not satisfied by doing it and such that I could actually do it for free? Only that they will not appreciate it. They won't appreciate it. Let me tell you something. If I write a bank and said, this is what I discover you need, I would like to train your staff for free. Only few of them will show interest. But I tell them to come and pay 1 million naira, they will be interested. They will be interested. Why? They feel there is value in it when they pay. And it's a mindset. Let me give you an example. When I do some of the things I do, people will be wondering, if there is so much money in this thing, why are you testing people for free? Why are you? You know, as I talk, I see the wretchedness of their soul. I can see the wretchedness of their soul. I can see the wretchedness of their soul. I can see the wretchedness of their soul. I'm serious. I can see the wretchedness of the soul. He is so selfish. He doesn't even know how to use life. And the only thing to think about it, why will you teach people? Why will you tell people? Why will you show people? If you can make money from it, he's so selfish. He wants to do it alone. Can you see the way we think? As long as we don't discover an area of calling, let me tell you, no matter of prayer, Nigeria will never change. Let me tell you. If we don't discover an area of calling and do something about it and fix the society, the government, no matter how good it is, cannot fix all our problems. I'm telling you the truth. No matter how good government is, they cannot fix all our problems. No matter how good Nigerian government is, they cannot fix all our problems. How come you have so much NGOs in America with all the good government they have in UK, in France, in big companies? They even do NGO than us. They have more social enterprise than us. Most of them don't believe in God, though. But they think to a level, they realize that for human soul to thrive, it cannot live for itself. It must live for others. Because you discover yourself when you are lost in the service to others. You discover yourself when you are lost in the service to others. That's when you discover yourself. So that's why over there, they are more NGO than us. So look, we cannot solve Nigerian problem completely if we don't all discover ourselves. Because that means what you are called to do, nobody will do it. Even those that will do something similar, they'll probably not do it in the area you are going to go and do it. And in the way you are going to go and do it. So the truth is, when God said be fruitful, God is basically saying the way we can live a meaningful life on the earth. The way everybody will be happy, everybody will be comfortable, no hunger, what's the name? No hunger, no inequality, no poverty. The only way to happen is when I think of you, you think of him, he think of, we don't think of ourselves. That's the only way to happen. Because all of us have what it takes to make all of us do right. And do you know, that's why sometimes I wonder how we read our Bible. Do you know that's what they practice in the New Testament? In Acts. When the church started, when the church was birthed, that was what they practiced. They were taking care of everyone. The Bible said they had all things common. They were using the tithe and offering for the members. Today, that's not the issue. That's not the issue. They were using it for the members. They had nothing in common. Why? That's the only way there will be peace. When people have equal opportunity, that's the only way there will be peace. People have money, they'll just buy. You get some houses, they have like 10 cars. Each of them costing 20, 30 million. That's about 200 million inside the compound. Do you know why they're buying it? Vanity now. When you want to feel satisfied and then you can't connect what to do. So when you see the car, like one man of God, this man was being interviewed in a Sunday Punch, one of the Sunday dailies. And the journalist was asking him, why do you buy so much cars? You know what he said? He said, when I see those cars, I remember I'm no more poor. You see that person is poor. The poverty, if you see the poverty of that soul, is so poor. Someone said, some people are so poor, all they have is money. Some people are so poor, all they have is money, is cash. He's buying cars. He said, can you see why people buy cars? They just buy it. They don't. No matter who you are as human and how big your house is, you can only sleep in one corner of one room of the bed at a time. No matter how big the house is. If you have big car, even if it's Lamborghini, Rolls Royce, you can only sit down in one corner of the car at a time. It's foolishness. But I can understand when you are vain, that's the only thing that satisfies you. We are vain. And that's what happens in society. People are so vain. And why are people vain? People don't understand how to use life. They are looking for expression, but they are looking for it in a different way. They want to be happy. They want to be satisfied. They want to be fulfilled, but they are looking for it on the external instead of looking inward and discovering themselves. Instead of looking inward and discovering themselves. Are you doing what you are doing right now because you need to support yourself and make a living? If you don't need to make money, if money was not an issue, what will you rather do with your life right now? If you don't need to make money, if money was not an issue, what will you rather do with your life right now? What will you be doing? If all your needs are taken care of, that look, what to eat, what to drink, what to drive, where to live is not a problem, what will you be doing? Let me tell you, some people, they'll just be waking and sleeping up. They'll go to the beach and tan themselves as if they are white and need to tan themselves. They'll be tanning themselves on the beach. I'm telling you, some people don't have anything to do. You know, some people, I want to be there. If you have 1 billion, what will you do? If I have $1 billion today, I know what I will do already. I'm going to build a university, College of International Trade. I already know what I'm going to do with it. Some people don't know what they're going to do with it. They don't know what they're going to do with it. Why would they know what they're going to do? Because there's no purpose now. They only think about themselves. When you think about others, you know, when a Christian says, you know me, I want to be contented. You know, the love of money is the root of all evil. I don't like money. Let me tell you, look into the soul of that person. The only thing I can see there is selfishness right there. If he thinks about others, he will know he needs more than money for himself. But because he never thinks about others, he only thinks about himself. So he said, no, I don't need money. Now what do I need? I just need money for myself. He's only thinking. If you think about others, you will know you can never, there's no amount you have that's enough. Because there's so much problem to solve in our world. But because he's not thinking of others, he say, I don't need much. So he will be forming, what they call it now? Forming, contentment. It's a lie. It's not contentment. It's selfish. It's selfish, not contented. What is that thing you would rather do? With joy, with satisfaction, with excitement, even when you are not being paid in your calling. Some of you, I've wondered why all these are being given out to you for free. People have asked me that question. And even when we meet physically, we eat. And I'm telling you, it's because of calling. Now that you know that what is more important to you, more than money, is the area of calling. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Because if we don't sit down and put into practice what we are learning sincerely, it will be a wild goose chase and a waste of time. Waste of your time and my time. If you don't put it to practice, like I said, what motivated this conversation today is last year we discussed how to plan your life for the next 20 years. What should be the pattern for you to design and plan your life? That was what we discussed. And I realized many people could not plan their life because they don't even know what the life is about. So I said, okay, let's go back to the basics. What is the life about? So that when you are now going to plan, and if you are not with us last year, the audio are online. What if you are not going to plan? How are you going to plan? That's what the conversation now is all about. The purpose of work is not designed for salary and survival. It is designed for fulfillment in life. It is designed for fulfillment in life. The reason why we think only in terms of survival is actually because we have not discovered the reason for work. And our work should be within our area of gifting and calling. Greatness is hidden in every one of us. But what will bring it out is work. And that greatness is hidden in our gifts. It's hidden in what God has put in us. You should always ask yourself, why is it that you are twin? Twin. The same father, the same mother, the same womb, the same day, but different interests. Why? Why? Why different interests? I've met several twins in my life. Some of them were my classmates in secondary school. In fact, those ones, they are so identical, you can't distinguish them. When we were in GSS, I was in C with one, the other was in E. But when we were in SS, we're not in the same class because we're both science students. That's when I could distinguish them. When they were separate, I can't distinguish them. They were so identical. But you know what? One is an engineer, the other is a pharmacist. One is an engineer, the other is a pharmacist. Why? Why that difference? Why the difference? Why the difference? In interest, it is because of what God has put inside. So they don't think the same way. They don't reason the same way. Why? What God has put inside. So you don't have those interests for fun. You don't have those inclinations for fun. Those things you love to do more than money. It's your area of calling. Now that you know these things, happy and blessed will you be if you do them. Let me hear you. I want you to tell me, what is it that motivates you more than money? Let me go online this time around. Online. Yes. Who is talking to us first? Yes. Someone said, I can relate with this. We are so different. Yes, Faith. I know you and your sister are you are so identical, you are so different. I saw you on Facebook. Even I've not met you physically. But I know you, and from what you told me about her, she seems to be interested in something else entirely. Yes. Oh, fantastic. Theophilus have dropped a link on the chat of the money series. Theophilus have dropped a link on the chat on the money series. So if you were not with us many years ago, last year, you can see someone is dropping here. Moses said, teaching and communicating. Moses is in my area. We are together. Me and Moses are together. teaching and communicating, and it's also said counseling. Please, let me see it. What motivates you more than money? What motivates you more than money? I'm waiting. If you want to speak, you can raise up your hand and unmute yourself. What motivates you more than money? This time around, the reason why I finished early, I want everybody to talk. Everybody. I want everybody to talk. What is it that motivates you more than money? What is it that motivates you more than money? You said what? Okay, Theo. Building things from the scratch. Interesting. 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 More. What is it that motivates you more than money? What is this that you would rather do more than money? Meshach said, counseling. Can you see it's coming out? It's coming out. Counseling. I love the way Meshach put it. Counseling. Yes. What is it that motivates you more than money? What is it that motivates you more than money? Yes. Who is talking, please? Okay, who is raising up his hand? Who? Ruth. You can unmute yourself, please.
Okay, good evening. Good day, everyone.
Good day, how are you?
I'm very fine, sir. What interests me, what motivates me more than money is teaching children, trying to imbibe in them the right and godly
values. Hello?
Values, and aside that, for young teens. Hello, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead, please.
Aside that, mentoring my junior colleagues about what and trying to help them go through the experience based on my experience, try to help them not to make the mistakes I've made. I realize I enjoy going back to them, telling them that, okay, this is what I've done, this is a mistake I've made, and I want you to be better if you are going through this if you get to this particular stage where I am and all that. So I think it is more of mentoring,
counseling, and teaching children. But in teaching children, you want to share value.
Yes, sir.
Now, look at Ruth now. Let's take Ruth, for example. Ruth can write a book. You know, I was talking to my wife recently. What were we discussing? We were discussing the fact that most of our toys, most of the things that children use, most of the things that children use are from abroad. Even the books, a number of them are from abroad. The question is this: why is it that we are not doing it locally? If at all, maybe very few. Why? You know why? People have not discovered themselves. So someone like Ruth, let me tell you the mistake Ruth can make. Ruth, look at this mistake. Please don't make this mistake. Don't consign yourself to the four walls of the church. Help in teaching the children in the church, but please don't consign yourself there. The Bible says you are the salt of the earth and the light of the world. When you consign yourself to the wall of the church, it's like you have to do 100. You are doing 1% of the 100 you are created to do. Ruth, please unmute yourself. I want to be sure we are still together.
Yes, we are together, sir.
Please, Ruth, don't mute yourself. Don't consign yourself to the four wall of the church. Please. Help in the church, that's important. But please, come and go and create educational material. You know, me and my wife were looking for educational material that can teach children values on Play Store, for iPad. The only one we could find are abroad. Why? Why can't we find locally? Why can't someone write books, come up with a program, get someone to do the application, design it, and for children? Because these children are born with tablet already. They are technology generation already. So the more application we have on Play Store for them to use, that we educate them and teach them the right value, the better for us than for them to be checking rubbish online. So, Ruth, think of how you can come up with ideas that you can, some of those values you want to teach them, can you build it into games? Partner with, so if you are working now, use your money to fund development of an app for children. And you can make money from it. If they download it for free, you do advert with it. If millions of people are downloading it, Google will pay you. Can you see how your calling can make money for you? And you are doing what you love. Rather than, so because the mistake Ruth can make now is to think he's fulfilling his calling by being a children teacher in church, teaching 5, 10, 20 children. He will think he's fulfilling his calling. But Christ says you are the light of the world, not the light of your church.
Wow.
You are the light of the world. So create applications, books, material that people in US will look for you. When they see, they say, who come up with this? We need to meet this lady. He needs to come and speak to us in the US. That's what you want to create. Not do something that people will not appreciate. Create mobile app for children that will teach children values. Use your salary to fund that. That's the fulfilling of calling I'm talking about. Ruth, have I helped?
Yes, sir, you have. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes. So maybe this will encourage people to talk so that I can advise you.
Consultation.
Yes. Who else wants to talk? What do you think? So, look, sometimes we trivialize things where destiny lies. We trivialize things where destiny lies. We trivialize it completely. Yes. That's the essence of this kind of conversation. You're right. Sometimes, really, you are not thinking, you're right. That's this kind of conversation, which is where education yourself comes in. This is where educating yourself comes in. Yes. Whatever motivates you more than money is already of calling. Who wants to tell me what motivates you? Yes. What's your name, please? Okay, Ayo. Yeah. Weird. What makes you weird? Oh, talking to yourself. Okay. Oh, teaching. Okay. Okay.
So, from this perception of mine, I want to ask a question concerning what's motivating you about this teaching?
Yes.
So, I want to ask a question concerning that. Actually, sir, what has been stopping me from I'm talkative. I love talking, but I find control in talking. Yeah, when I relate to people.
And God put that in you deliberately, and we trivialize it. No, I'm sorry, we trivialize it. Can we what? Can we stop? No, okay, let's make up. Yeah, go ahead. That's the way we kill it, oh. That's the way we kill it. That's the way we kill it in schools. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I love to motivate people sometimes. Even if I don't know what to say, I always try to say.
Find something to say.
Exactly, sir. So I want to ask you a question. Actually, I'm trying to demote myself concerning that.
What do you mean demote yourself?
Actually, sir, I don't want my talkativeness to affect my way of thinking. When I go to people, I always go to talk. I want to try and reduce that.
Okay.
Because in the book of Ecclesiastes 5:6, I'm just talking about the latter. It says, "Let your word be." That's what talking true in Solomon. So my question is, can talkativeness incite, scare up or promote my ambition to fulfill my purpose in life?
No, talkativeness is a pointer to what you should do. Anything. I also talk. I've been talking since. This is the third session. We started 9, and we're going to 6. We only have break for like 30 minutes to eat and relax. Look, the question you ask is, why is it that other people don't talk like you? Because you are different. Because you are different. Because you are different. That's why they don't talk like you. That's why they don't talk like you. So what you should look at now is, what is it you are passionate about? Because when you speak, you must have a message. You must have it. So go and look for what you are passionate about and develop yourself in that. Spend like 10 hours doing that thing every day. I don't know what you do for a living, but create time. So let's say, for example, let me give an example. Let's say you like talking to teenagers on sexual issues, sex education. Let's say that's what you like. Go and get materials, read and learn, and ensure you spend hours, thousands of hours, adding value to yourself in that area, so you can be full enough to have a message for the world. So what I'm trying to say is that when you are a speaker, you like talking, you need a message. You need a message. So what is it you want to talk about? I want to talk about two things: trade and career, calling, discovering yourself, fulfilling purpose. Those are two things I want to talk about. Anything outside those two, I'm not interested. Trade, as in how to help Nigerian businesses to sell their product outside Nigeria. So I'm doing everything in that direction. Then in discovering yourself, everything in that direction also, I can find to consume, to read, to learn, to. Why? Because those are things I'm not talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. So you need to find it. When you find it, then you now develop yourself. So spend the next 10 years, 5 years, developing yourself. Because when you, now, look at the trajectory. From talent, you develop skill. So when you develop your talent, you acquire skill. As you learn in your area of talent, you develop skill. With skill, you can build competence. With competence, if you continue to learn more, you become an expertise. If you continue to learn more, you become an authority. When you become an authority, you begin to write for people to read you. You have read everybody. You are now writing based on what you have learned and your own new knowledge. Because any new thing you do is old knowledge plus new knowledge. You innovate. So you will now be writing. You will now be writing things that people that you have read have not written. Because you have discovered a loophole. Because every invention of man have a loophole in it. Every invention of man. You see this tablet? You see this? Everything, no matter how great it is, it has a loophole in it. That loophole is the energy of the next invention. That incompleteness, that shortcoming is the energy. So you will find that shortcoming when you read others. You will see other things they are not seeing or saying. You are going to find that. You're going to add it to what they've written. You improve that area for humankind. You do that area for mankind. You put that area and you begin to create value. How many of you know praise for Owe? One. Only one of you. Know what that guy talk about? Family. Family. Anything family. From children, parenting, to relationship, family. He has developed products that they are using in Canada and US. Product that he created in Nigeria. When you discover yourself, you can't be limited. Because your ingenuity and originality will be so much that people cannot deny it. Because it will be coming from the depth inside. Only that you need to develop yourself to be able to bring out that depth. Does it make sense? So you still have one more job. What are you passionate about? Out of all the things you talk about, look for the few of them you are passionate about, and then develop yourself in that area. Yes, I think you, okay, yes. What? Okay, Ruth, okay. He's doing fantastic. Fantastic. Making the most out of a child in the midst of disability. Fantastic. 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 People like you are rare. We need a lot of people like you in schools. You need to consult for schools. And you are already in the medical line, so make life easy for you. Abi? I hope you are specializing in pediatrics, neurology, pediatric neurology. Pediatric. If you are doing that neurology, I have a friend that's a consultant there, so I can link you up with him. No, because most of those problems are neurological problems. So you will help a lot, I'm telling you. Don't even try. You already know the area of medicine you should focus on. Can you see how career can help now? That I'm in a career now, I can see how my career can align. Pediatrics might not make more money. I don't know which area of medicine make more money. Do you understand? But if you do it, you'll be shocked at the people that they will be referring to come and meet you. I know a lady that finished from Lut, Bemisola. She has an NGO. She's a pediatrician. But she runs an NGO, ATP. Oh my God. ATP, I want to remember you need to see what this lady is doing online. And how she goes from around the country educating mom on childcare. She's a pediatrician. She's a consultant pediatrician. She's one of the best students in her class when she was in Lut. But what she does? Children. Helping parents to know how to take care of babies. So that when they have challenges, how to handle it. All those children, infant and the like. Brilliant, brilliant. Yes. No, not going to the educational system. Developing products for children that can be used in schools, that can be used in homes to teach children values. Because she doesn't just like teaching children, she likes teaching children values that can make them to be more responsible human. Do you understand? No, you don't do anything. In your case, you don't do an educationalist. You are going to be a consultant. You're going to consult for schools. You're going to come up with programs. So you're going to teach schools how to teach people who train those children. Because you have a higher knowledge, medical knowledge. So you can come from the medical angle and be able to create solutions. So let me tell you something. What you must do, which is what you can do in that area, is to create solutions, problems that have not been solved. And let me tell you, if you're a Christian, there are two ways you can create a new solution that have not been solved on the earth. Two ways. Either you are a professional to the core and you research and you spend a lot of time researching. Anytime you are giving a lot of hours to solve a demonstrable human problem, it will be given to you. You will come across what is called intuition. All of us have it. There's a spirit in man, and the inspiration of God giveth them understanding. Every human being has it. But if you are in Christ and relation with God, if you understand the place of the Holy Spirit, you can have that easily, faster than people that will spend years to find it. But you can have it as soon as you want it. But you will have developed your mind, and then you take time to pray and meditate and speak to God, and God is going to open your eyes to see it. There are things I do today in Nigeria that no other organization is doing it. Why? It was given to me. Why? Because of the interest to solve problems. So you are going to come across ideas that never existed, but it's available for those who develop their mind to that level. And because it's your area, you love it, so you are willing to invest the time to develop that idea. So those are the things you'll be looking for. What are the better way to handle children with autism? Children that have, what's the name of all this? What are the best? You will come across it, you're going to come up with the program. If you have to put it on tech, when you do it, and people will be gladly buy from you. Gladly buy from you. You cannot be doing train to trainer, you're consulting for schools, you'll be amazed at what you can do. Because you have discovered the area that your heart yearns for. The children you want to take care of. Just like children many people don't want to. People are frustrated. You're not going to be helping parents, helping them psychologically to accept those children and give them the best. Because today, there are children without arm and leg. And Nijivinik is telling us you can have no arm and leg and you can be still be the best. Some children have, what's the name of this one? Dyslexia. Some billionaires in the world today were dyslexic in primary school, but they were able to manage it and they are best. So you're going to help those children to be able to bring out the best in them despite their disability. Because there is an unpopular ability in disability, and you can find that out. Have I answered your question? Well, okay.
That they are not, you said they are
I said some of them are not what?
They are not called
Pastor, yes, they have other gifts, yes. Yeah, that's okay. You are free to vary.
Because nowadays, pastors are very
Let me tell you why they are lazy. It's not the area of calling. That's why they are lazy. If you enjoy something, nobody will tell you to do it. Look, when you enjoy something like this, you give everything to it. So if they are lazy, being lazy is a sign that you don't love what you're doing. You're not enjoying it. Do you know what it means to be lazy? It's like you now, with what you say you want to do, you are now lazy. You know, when you are tired like this, you are almost collapsing, you still want to do it. You know why? You love it. So when someone is lazy, laziness in any task is a sign you don't love it. You don't enjoy it. Because when you enjoy it, the interest and what you will get, the satisfaction will make you to go out of your way and push yourself to the limit that you might even almost break down. Why are you breaking down? Because you love it. It's like it's your life. It's like if you don't do it, it's like you are incomplete. So if a pastor is lazy, he's in the wrong place. A pastor that is not lazy, he will do much more than he's given to do. Much more than he's given to do. And I agree with you that a lot of them are lazy. And the reason why they are lazy is that, look, they have other things they are doing. They have a lot of people taking their time because they are not in the space where they're supposed to be. Sincerely.
Yeah. I feel that some people can be made pastors if they train themselves. Because I feel.
I know they can be made pastors. No, because we need more hands, we might get people to be pastors. I'm saying that being effective will depend likely on how much you enjoy what you do. Because anything you don't give time does not give the right result. Whatever, if you want it to work, you must be ready to do the work. If it doesn't work, it's because you're not ready to do the work. If you're ready to do the work, it will work. But you can only be ready to do the work if you love it. If you love it. But yes, people can be trained to be pastor. They will still do it. Only that, you know, when you see someone say, person is doing very well, but check. Probably could have done better in other things. But you think he's doing very well because you can't see how great it could have been. Let's say that church grew within 5 years from 50 to 100. In 5 years, 50 to 100. Some people grew to 5,000 in that same year. 5,000 in that same year. What's the difference? What we're talking about. Thanks for your question. Yes, another question, please. Okay, I can see a lot of comments here online. Someone said evangelism and cooking. Don't joke with cooking, Stella. Don't joke with cooking. Someone said volunteering, especially when it is accounting related. Can you see that? Volunteering, especially when it is accounting related. So Techno Salmon, I don't know your name, but it's showing Techno here. Techno, if it's accounting related, the question I want to ask is, which area of accounting precisely? Drill down more and identify that area of accounting. Then I can advise further. I can relate with the way you feel, the joy when you teach. That is the same here. Okay, that's Moses. I desire for there to be an equal opportunity for children to get equal education, but I don't want to teach. Now, Faith, the lady I told you is doing street to school. I'm not sure she's the one teaching them. So you don't need to teach to help children to have good education. You don't need to teach at all. You don't need to teach to help children to have good education. You don't need to teach. Cleaning and recycling, fantastic. Fantastic. Cleaning and recycling. No, watching movie, no now. If you say watching movie, the only reason I will accept watching movie is if you want to be an actor or actress. If that's not your area, then watching movie does not make sense. You just enjoy it because you like what they do or you enjoy this thing. But if it's learning, it could have been documentary, not necessarily watching movie. It could have been documentary, not necessarily watching movie. 836, are you trying to raise up your hand? 836, I'm seeing the hand. I like sharing the lesson I have learned to my younger siblings, but through writing. Brilliant. James, I like the analysis argument. I like analysis and argument on fact and evidence, as well as giving statistics. I like analysis. Do research, please. Just go and do research. Be a researcher in an area you are passionate about. James, be a researcher in an area that you are passionate about. Being a researcher in an area. Is it true that we connect with our kind? Yes. I can't say where I can't learn new things. I can't say where I can't learn new things. I don't understand that, Moses. I can't say where I can't learn new things. Oh, I can't. Okay. Yes, you always want to learn because you speak. If you are speaking, you must learn it because the only way you'll be a good speaker if you are always learning. If I'm anywhere, if I'm not speaking, something's in my ear. I'm driving, even sometimes I'm walking, something's in my ear. If I'm not speaking, something is in my ear. I want to convert every second to value in myself. Every second to value. Either I'm adding value to others or I'm adding value to myself, but it can't be wasted. I cannot afford to waste it. I can't. Why? There's so much, there's little time. There's so much to do and there's little time. So the more I learn and know, the better I am. So I share that idea with Moses. To help single mom to be self-sufficient. Interesting. James, you must be ready to speak. Oh. You must be ready to speak and counsel and make money to support them. What's the problem? There is fuel. Is it? Eh? Okay, so. Okay. You know, to help single mom to be self-sufficient. Brilliant, sincerely, I think that's brilliant. There are some segments of society we have neglected. And because we stigmatize them, just because he married out as a teenager, or he got pregnant as a teenager, we just stigmatize, we are hypocrites in this society. Serious hypocrite. Love is scarce in our society. Love is scarce. There are some people in society that we've neglected so long, and this is one of them. Particularly teenage pregnancy. And that's why I love some ladies that took up that teenage pregnancy to ensure those girls don't abort those children. To ensure they don't abort it and keep it and help them to still have good education in spite of their mistakes. Because we all make mistakes as humans, really. We all make mistakes. So why will someone make mistake? Because he has people around that maybe the parent, sometimes we are so holier than thou that we feel some people are just outcast. And I think that's just hypocritical. Because we all have our challenges. We all make mistakes. And we must be able to learn as a society to embrace those people that have made mistakes and help them, because you don't know, they can be a helper to others. When people have made mistakes, sometimes they find calling in it. And we'll talk about that maybe tomorrow. That in your experience, God can allow you to have that experience deliberately so you can find calling in it. And you will now be able to help others to stop them from having that issue. But if you don't have that experience, you won't know how it feels. So you won't be able to connect with their pain and struggle. But when you have it, you went through it, you connect with their pain and struggle. So when you talk to them, you know what their needs are. You know how to do. Everything makes sense. When you look at your life in retrospect, you now understand the reason why sometimes you go through what you went through. Because as Christians, all things work together for good. There's a way it connects. Only that we can't find it. We can't. We look in terms of luck. So when you think only in luck and thinking that it's only through miracle or through luck or through one mysticism, you are not looking based on principles of the fact that what if Joseph went to prison to be prepared for the palace? He wouldn't have met the shipbroker and shipbreaker if he didn't go to prison. He needed to be in prison to meet those guys. You don't understand. So sometimes we just trivialize those bad experiences and think they are bad and then just forget about them. Instead of to remember them and use it to appreciate those pain and challenges, and be a blessing to others. What God could have prevented in his power, he probably might have allowed it in your life in his wisdom. In his wisdom. In his wisdom. Any other comment? We still have about some minutes. I wanted to have a lot of conversation at this time. Who are those that have not spoken? Sorry, what's the name, please? Joyce. Yes. Joyce. Oh, Lois. Sorry. Why am I hearing J? Lois. Sorry. I wanted everybody to speak. You join us midway. But let me start from Emmanuel. Emmanuel, what motivates you more than money? Sorry, John. Sorry. Oh, you don't know what motivates you yet. Okay, let me come to Janet. Janet. Encouraging others. Okay, you have spoken to me, Ayo. Joyce. Sorry, Lois. Why am I? You don't mind Joyce, right? Maybe I want to. Okay, yes. Lois, yes. What is that motivates more than money? Cooking. Lovely. You know, I don't know why people trivialize cooking, though. You know, I told you I met some teenager over the weekend and I was talking to them on this issue. And one of them told me she likes cooking. He is a boy. And the sister testified to it. The elders testified that he likes cooking. You know, sometimes we don't just know why we love those things. And we trivialize them. And I was telling him, I said, look, do you know you can design your own recipe and be consulting for hotels? And be consulting for hotels. And some of these hotels, big hotel in Nigeria, the chief chef are males. They are men. I've seen them with their cap. So their chief chef are men. And this guy is a guy. And he won't. You think it's only women that they're supposed to cook. So you can do a lot with cooking. If you are still in secondary school and that's what you love, I said, go and do something related to food technology, food processing, food related. What that does for you. And if you have finished school, then go and learn it on the side. Go online, go on YouTube. Learn it. Acquire the skill. So that you can begin to, you can decide you want to have your own chains of restaurants, like the story of a Sweet Sensation. How many of you know the story of Sweet Sensation? Go and Google it. Sweet Sensation. How she started selling for her mom, I think Osun State or something. But today, chains of restaurant. Sweet Sensation. Yes. Ngozi. No, let me talk to Favor before Ngozi. Can you hear me online right now? Can you hear me, please?
Yes, sir.
All right. Sorry, this thing went off, so I'm back. I'm using my phone. The internet went off because of lighting where I am. Okay. Teaching, yes. So teaching. Now, do you have a group of people you like to teach? I mean, that you would like to talk to or teach, or you have something you like to teach people about? Have you find that? So you can start an NGO doing that. But to start that, since you're working, what I would recommend you do is begin to read about them and write online. Start that as soon as you can. Make it a plan in the new year. You want to read about them and have a blog and a Facebook. Create a page on Facebook. Maybe you call it I'm just looking for a name. It's nothing is coming right now. But something that has to do with teen, and then write online, but you're writing online for teenager and for mom. But now you are writing on blog and on what's the name? On Facebook. Then after a while, write a book. Write 1 or 2 books before you start doing seminars or before you start the NGO. Write at least 1 or 2 books before you start doing seminar, write the NGO. But for you to write that book, you need to devote at least 1 or 2 years reading everything you can find on teenager, managing teenager, everything you can find, listening to the best mind in the world on handling teenage children. And using your own child as how old is he now? Okay, You prepare ahead. You prepare ahead. Using your own child as an example, that's good. Yes, Ngozi. I'm coming to people online. Just give me a few minutes. Let me finish with people here. Yes. Standing. Okay, like.
Helping people to express themselves.
Okay.
I don't know what to say, but those who are not.
Okay, more like an advocate. Okay, can you give an example? I'm sure if you love it and you have done it, you must have tried it. So can you give an example? No matter how small it is. You can, but if you love it more than money, then you must have been doing it. It's just like Favor now. For her to say she loves talking to, you must have been talking to teenager in church or your sibling and your parent and your sibling children, or you must have been, because you only discover this thing in the course of, do you understand? You probably discover you're maybe in the hospital or something, in the clinic, you see the children. There must be something that brought in contact. I don't know if you understand what I mean. That will make you to. So maybe you didn't remember, but I'll come back to you. Chooks. Leadership. Okay, what do you mean?
So, sometimes I see growing up as a young person, I didn't have anybody to do something. Most of I actually get them to speak and then along the way I started to learn from people. And then anytime I go past the street, I see young people there.
You see what?
Young people. I think my family is mainly boys.
Your what?
Not necessarily for but part of my family is
mainly to boys, yes. Young boys, okay.
Where you need to make decisions that can influence their life. So I feel I love leadership the ability to shape their life.
Influence them, basically.
Yes.
Because leadership is about influence. Influence them.
Because I think that society structure, especially, is
it's not in favor of them. It's not in favor of them. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, so like you mentioned earlier, when you said like if you have two things, you have more than one.
If you have what? Yes, of course.
So like in my case, I also like children a lot, and I like to work with children.
So
believe me, I think I'm also drawn to less privilege. So children who are orphans, who find it difficult, sometimes.
So for you, combining for me is a lot easier. The orphanage will take you more of your time, so you spend more time with them. Then this other one, you go out to do seminars, talk to people, that kind of stuff for the teenage. But for the orphanage, that one will engage you more, as in you will be in it. You know what I mean? You will be in it in terms of talking to the children, discussing with them, engaging them, as in taking care of them as much as possible. So that will take that. So that's the one you need a lot of resources, because you probably need a building to yourself to be able to start out and then grow from there. So you definitely have an NGO that will probably do both. Now, you see what we've discussed as it is right now. You need to know how important this is. That look, if this thing you love it, you would rather do it more than money, and in another 20 years, 30 years, you still are not doing it. In fact, in 10 years, because for many of us here, even though we at higher institution, 10 years you will have finished, you will have started working. If in 10 years you are not, what will happen is, if you have seen frustration before, especially when you are comfortable, as in, do you understand? When you are comfortable, as in the frustrated millionaire who is so comfortable, but sincerely He's frustrated. Why is he frustrated? He's not doing what he likes. He doesn't enjoy what he's doing. And life is tough and very difficult. Life is tough and very difficult. Let me go online. Okay, number of people online. Yes. Grace. Grace, can you answer that question? What is it that motivates you more than money? Grace. Hello? Is Grace there?
Yes, I am, sir.
Okay, go ahead, please.
I was the one that said volunteering, especially when it is accounting related.
So which area of accounting?
Do it more of tax and majorly financial accounting aspects.
Financial accounting aspect. So it makes it easier for you to basically it would be great if you can set up your own firm afterwards. So your working in an organization then makes it easier for you to know, okay, I'm here to learn, to develop myself, because this is what I ultimately want to do. Now, let me now tell you the way you should do it. You appreciate the essence and the importance of account for a business. You can then decide to have something by the side to help small businesses sort out their accounting issues. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
And you can decide to do that, not necessarily by charging them at the beginning, maybe when they begin to grow, maybe when they begin to grow, maybe when they begin to grow, not necessarily by charging them at the beginning, maybe when they begin to grow. But you must have that arm that is able to help you use what you do to make money, since this is what you love, to also begin to add value to the society beyond just making money. And that's why I recommend those small businesses. Thank you.
Right, sir.
I sell at 836. Who is I tell 836? 836, are you there? Okay, 836 is not there. James has spoken already. Moses has spoken. Oreoluwa, can you tell us what is it that motivates you more than money? Hello, Oreoluwa. Hello. Okay, Oreoluwa is not there. Ruth has spoken. Sam, are you there? Sam, are you there? Okay, Sam. Theophilus. Okay, at least Theophilus should be there. Theophilus. Hello, Theophilus, are you there?
Yes, yeah. I've spoken already. I said I like building things.
That's true.
Yes.
Okay, let me hear from
the
you.
other additional ones,
Okay,
but that's the major. Yeah.
Okay.
I said that's the major. Yeah.
All right, no problem. Yemi? Is Yemi there? Okay, Yemi is not there. Okay, Yemi is there. Go ahead.
Hello.
Please. Yes, good afternoon.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Yes.
For me, it's about supporting the helpless.
Okay.
Supporting the needy.
Yes.
Not necessarily, for instance, even a madman. If I see a madman on the road,
yeah.
I just feel like, like goosebumps all around me. I feel like, be able to do something to help. To take him out of the street. Yeah, that's what motivates me. Yeah.
Lovely.
And especially for people that can't even say thank you. So I prefer, so don't Christmas. I minister to people, the cleaners I saw on the road, people that don't even know me. I just, and it makes me happier than even more than people, that I know.
Lovely. So the beauty of that is, there's so many things you can do. If you are just desirous to help people who are less privileged, who are needy, there's so many. I know you already do something around food. There's so many other things. So now for her, working is to do all you can to get a bit of your career, make all the money you can make, invest as much as you can to make money, to be a blessing. So that make life just define. I think you just define. So my working makes sense. Those are the people that are working, they work does not make sense. I think they just work. They just working to pay bills. Oh boy, this system, the world system is wicked. I'm telling you, it's so wicked. It just makes people to be like, you know, like you're in the sawmill, just whining and whining and whining and whining. You're just part of the system. No, you just pay bills. Oh my God. I don't know if you see what I'm saying. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. All right, it's 1:30 already, so we'll take 30 minutes break. We're not going to shut down the, what's the name? The Zoom. It will be on for those that might still want to, I mean, for those that can connect, and for those that want to maybe do other things and come back. By 2 prompt, we'll be back. By 2 prompt, we'll be back. All right, thank you very much for being able to make it. See you in 30 minutes. Bye-bye.